Hey yo, Mark here for Mark's Max Muscle. And it's time for the Gladiator Round. Welcome to the Gladiator Round. Here's the breakdown. The first combatant, standing 5 feet 11 inches, weighing 287 pounds, Ronnie Coleman! And his opponent, standing 5 feet 9 inches, weighing 245 pounds, Victor Martinez! Today's Gladiator Round was brought to you by the greatest one. We begin with the front relaxed pose. Now, pretty obvious here, Ronnie Coleman's definitely taking this one by a mile. I don't think any bodybuilder in the history could ever touch Ronnie Coleman in this pose, when he was on, of course. And Victor Martinez definitely is no exception to the rule. I will say Victor Martinez is scoring ahead in the ab department, and perhaps in the shoulder department as well, but I don't think so. I think Ronnie Coleman's scoring ahead on every aspect here except for the abs. Well, Victor Martinez does have a pretty good set of lats from the front, I will say. But nowhere near comes close to Ronnie Coleman. Just looks like some sort of beast. Anyway, let's have a look at the first pose. This is, of course, the classic front double bicep, one of the earliest poses. I will say Victor Martinez is putting up a little bit more of a fight in this comparison, although he's still nowhere near catching up to the big Ronnie Coleman. I mean, look at the lag department. I mean, it's boys against men here. Although I will say, I said once before, Victor Martinez from the front has a very impressive set of lats, but comparable at best. Nowhere near enough to score a victory over this big giant of a man, Ronnie Coleman. Notice the biceps here. I always had a little bit of I was nitpicky on Victor Martinez's biceps. Now, I state once before, I'm not an expert on the whole site enhancement oils and synthol and things of that nature, but I know a good quality bicep when I see one, and when I compare these two biceps, it's night and day to me. Ronnie Coleman, he blows Victor Martinez biceps right out of the water here, and the only thing Victor Martinez has on Coleman is a great set of abs, of course. I don't think Coleman could beat anybody in the ab department. And perhaps Phil Heath. Probably about it. Anyway, let's check out the next pose. Here we got the front lat spread, and it pretty much looks like it's night-night. She's all she wrote for Victor Martinez. I mean, Coleman, he hasn't had a single loss in this comparison so far. And yet another loss to Victor Martinez here. I will say he's doing battle with the little bit of striations there in his legs. But other than that, Coleman's destroying him. And dare I say, even in the ab department here, Coleman from head to toe. Victor Martinez does not stand a chance in the front lat spread, especially against Ronnie Coleman. Alright, let's move on to the side chest. I was actually thinking Victor Martinez was going to do good in this pose, and he does look fantastic. He's actually very comparable in the lag department here. He's got a pretty good display, but nowhere near enough to take out Big Ronnie. So, it's sad to say this is not much of a challenge here at the Gladiator round. But Victor Martinez flew all the way in from Dominican, so we might as well finish up this challenge round with the next pose in the side tricep. And lo and behold, Victor Martinez is gonna get his first victory in this Gladiator round. Sorry. Yeah, I'm actually gonna give this one to Victor. I never liked the aesthetics in Ronnie Coleman's side tricep. And this is an earlier version of Coleman, so he's a little bit more slender. And when he was more massive, this pose was even worse for Coleman. But I mean, you can't win them all. He's so good with so many poses that I guess this is probably, in my opinion, his weakest pose, and an outstanding pose for Victor Martinez. So Victor Martinez gets a point in this Gladiator round. Now let's have a look at the ab and thigh pose. And it looks like Martinez gets another victory. Don't worry, I'm not going to sing this time. Of course, this is the ab and thigh, and in terms of the abdominal development here, Ronnie Coleman, well, just plain sucks. And Victor Martinez has a spectacular set of abs. And I will almost go so far as to say that I prefer the little bit of striations here in Martinez's legs over just the sheer mass of Coleman's thigh here. But I don't know. But in the overall package, I definitely prefer Victor Martinez. I think everything's working for him great here. Even the, as I stated before, his lats from the front are more than doing battle against Coleman. So Victor Martinez notches up another victory here to perhaps save some face as we turn these athletes around and have a look at the backs. I definitely I didn't expect much from Victor Martinez here in this battle of the backs. Not too many bodybuilders ever in the history of the sport are equipped to do battle with Big Ronnie Coleman. From head to toe, this man, the exception of perhaps his calves, is just, everything is just unbeatable here. And he did have a decent set of calves, mind you. But I mean, those glutes and those lats and the traps, I mean, everything. Victor Martinez has just no answer to Ronnie Coleman's onslaught here. And for Victor Martinez's sake, I was hoping that he would have notched up quite a few of the front poses to make this more of a battle. But here we're going to have a look at the rear double bicep. And it was already lights out, but I think Coleman really wanted to show his dominance and really put Victor Martinez down in this competition to make him pay for even thinking about competing against the greatest, Ronnie Coleman. And we were going to exclude the most musculars, but I guess Ronnie Coleman is demanding that they hit a couple, actually. And wow, Victor Martinez is fading fast in this competition. He's requesting that they stop, but Ronnie Coleman is demanding one more most muscular in the crab pose. And take it easy, Ron. I mean, you already won. You don't have to rub it in Victor's face here. with all due respect to Victor Martinez, he really didn't stand a chance against Ronnie Coleman. Yeah, buddy. So, unless you haven't been paying attention to this video at all, just been listening to the sound of my voice, then you'll know that Ronnie Coleman is the winner of this Gladiator round. Coleman has really showed his dominance so far in this tournament, taking out the current IFBB Mr. Olympia champion Phil Heath, also with a decisive victory over Victor Martinez. He now awaits the challenge of yet another Gladiator round winner. But who has what it takes to take out the King of Kings, Ronnie Coleman? Now Coleman will be entered in the Legends Tournament. This will be an 8-man tournament featuring bodybuilders in the 2000 decade. So eventually we will see a champion of each decade. So let the excitement continue. Well, that about does it for that one. As always, let me know in the comment section below if you have any matches for an upcoming challenge round. Remember, every new challenge round winner has a chance to be entered in the tournament of his chosen decade. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit like if you did, and if you haven't already, subscribe. That's it for now. This is Mark for Mark's Max Muscle.